Marketing teams often face a challenge where leads are generated but sales don't follow up quickly because they don't know which ones to prioritise or find that the quality isn't good enough. Dynamics 365 Customer Insights helps address this by scoring and grading leads based on who people are and how they've interacted, so everyone can recognise the best quality prospects that meet a shared set of criteria. Customer Insights scoring models assign points to your leads based on a combination of behavioural interactions and attributes. Attributes are the demographic and business details about a lead, such as a person's job title, their location, or a company's size and industry. These attributes come from the lead record, but you can also use data from related Dynamics records, including a parent contact and account. Behavioural interactions that can be scored include opening emails, clicking links, and submitting web forms. Because these are tracked automatically by Customer Insights, you can easily use them within a scoring model. Let's look at how this works in practice across 3 models. Our first example leads with a behavioural engagement to identify how actively people interact, revealing leads that show genuine interest in a brand. Firstly, we'll award 20 points if someone repeatedly opens an email sent within the context of a specific journey. We've added an interaction condition to this rule that requires at least 3 emails to be opened in the last 28 days, which prevents misleading scores arising from a single action. Below this, another scoring group adds 5 points if a specific type of buying intent email link is clicked within the last 14 days. This scoring model also checks attributes from related contacts. For a B2C scenario, this Dynamics environment stores order history on the contact table, so we'll use this data to award points based on order volume and value using the relevant fields. Within the scoring model, points can also be deducted for behaviours or attributes that suggest a poor fit. On this model, we'll deduct points for any emails that have recently bounced or been blocked. Our second scoring example takes a different approach by evaluating how a lead matches an ideal customer profile. This scoring model uses attributes from leads and their related records in Dynamics. Like the previous example, Customer Insights is referencing data from the parent contact but also the related accounts, which gives us access to extra detail to refine this model. Here we're adding points when the lead's job title indicates they're a financial decision maker, such as CFO or FD. The related accounts industry matches our target sectors. The company's employee headcount as recorded on the account falls within our target range. This model subtracts points if the lead's company operates in a sector outside of our target or if their job title suggests that they aren't a decision maker. It means that a lead from the target account who has the right job title starts with a strong foundation score, even before they've engaged with any content. Combined with an engagement scoring model, this provides a clear picture of lead quality. Within a scoring model, you can also apply entry conditions. In this example, we're only scoring UK leads, which avoids generating scores for leads that aren't relevant to specific campaigns or initiatives. Our third model is designed for a gym to recognise high-value leads among people who've started a trial with signals that they're ready to commit to a paid subscription. This looks at a range of criteria, including people who've signed up online using a specific form and have opened their welcome email. With integrated feedback in Dynamics, we can also use their ratings to award or deduct points. Further scores will be awarded if people have recently clicked on an email sent during the trial period. Finally, when each gym admission is tracked, we can also use this data to award higher scores to people who visited at least 3 times. These values are fundamental to lead scoring, but scores alone don't mean that much to sales professionals. That's why it's also helpful to assign descriptive grades to score ranges within these models. In this example, we're using three simple titles: hot, warm and cold, but you can use more or fewer grades and personalize these titles as required. Here we're grading leads with a score of 80 or more points as hot, while at the lower end, any lead scoring below 50 is graded as cold. Using descriptive grades means that anyone in your organisation can quickly understand a lead status and gain context without needing to interpret the numbers behind them. Across all models, lead scores are dynamically updated as new interactions are tracked, when records are created, or field values are updated, so these grades will change over time. For example, recent interactions can raise rankings, while an absence of recent activity could downgrade a lead. Once the scoring model is live and processing leads, Customer Insights provides analytical insights. On this tab we can see how many leads have been scored by this model. The chart shows how these scores are distributed and reports the score achieved by lead in the top 20% bracket. In this example, most leads have lower scores, with a smaller group of high-scoring leads at the top end. This distribution is typical, which helps validate that a scoring model is working effectively. If every lead had a similar score, it would suggest that the model needed refinement. When grades are used, a similar chart will also show a distribution of these classifications. A granular view of each lead scored by the model is listed on the Scores tab, which is useful if you want to validate the model's output. You can quickly scan through the list to check whether the leads you expected to score highly are doing so, or whether any unexpected results suggest that the model needs adjustment. Once a model is published, it will automatically score leads within a few hours and then process updates in near real time. From this list, you can click through to an individual lead record. Lead scores aren't only visible within the scoring model, they also appear directly on the lead record, so anyone working with leads in Dynamics 365 can see scoring information without needing to navigate to Customer Insights. If the lead is scored by multiple models, each score is shown in the grid, so you can understand its position across different dimensions. For example, their engagement level versus their fit based on a specific product or demographic. This can be helpful for sales teams who want to understand why a lead has been flagged as a priority before making contact. It's important to note that these lead grades are separate from the user-defined rating field, which sellers often assign to their leads. Customer Insights scoring is also separate from the predictive lead scoring capabilities in the Sales Hub, which is part of the Sales Insights module that uses AI and is trained on historical sales data. Scoring leads is one thing, but deciding when it's ready for sales is another. In Customer Insights, the Qualification feature allows you to define criteria that determines when a lead should be upgraded as marketing qualified or marked as sales ready. At the simplest level, you could set a rule that says when a lead reaches a certain score on a model, mark it as sales ready. This threshold will depend on your own scoring rules, but it works well if you just have a single scoring dimension. However, qualification is typically more effective when you combine multiple models. For example, you could define qualification rules that require a lead to score above a value in one model that blends attribute and engagement-based rules. But the lead must also meet a threshold for an ideal customer profile score. This ensures that only leads that are both actively engaged and a good demographic fit are promoted to sales. Another approach could be to use an OR condition, where a lead will be qualified or marked as sales ready if it exceeds the threshold in either model, giving you flexibility to accommodate different paths to qualification. While you can combine multiple scoring models within this qualification process, the system only enables one active qualification model. When a lead meets your qualification criteria, Customer Insights can automatically update the lead's status reason to marketing qualified and set the sales ready status flag to yes. These updates happen without manual intervention, which can trigger further processes downstream. This is where the real efficiency gains come in. In this example, the marketing qualified status is used to determine segment membership rules that will automatically include new leads that meet our qualification rule. In another example that uses our gym trial scoring model, we've created a customer insights journey that responds when a leads grade changes to hot. When that happens, the journey does two things. Firstly, it sends a prioritized email to the prospect. This could be a flash offer or other content that's appropriate for a lead when strong buying signals are detected. The journey also schedules a follow-up activity for the lead owner in Dynamics. For example, this could be a phone call task to follow up on recent emails. The activity is automatically assigned to the right person and appears in their task list. This approach ensures that hot leads receive immediate, relevant communication, while the salesperson receives a timely nudge. There's no delay waiting for someone to review a spreadsheet or report, and it reduces the risk of a high-intent lead sitting unattended. Another way to alert sales teams is by using the wider Microsoft platform. Here we've created a Power Automate flow that monitors lead scores. A conditional rule identifies leads graded as hot. When that rule is triggered, the bot will automatically post a message in a Microsoft Teams sales discussion channel. This notification includes the lead name, confirmation of the grade, and a direct link to the lead record. It means that sales professionals can see instant alerts in Teams for the best quality leads, click through to the Dynamics record, and act immediately. Instead of relying on sellers to check dashboards or lead views in Dynamics, these notifications come to people where they're already working. Between these two approaches of automated journeys and Teams notifications, you can ensure that scored, qualified leads always receive timely action, which avoids potential deals being missed because nobody spotted them. Lead scoring in Dynamics 365 Customer Insights helps build trust between sales and marketing teams, as both can operate from a shared definition of what sales ready means. It ensures that sellers receive higher quality leads and that marketing can demonstrate its contribution to the pipeline. Using scoring models, marketing teams evaluate leads based on who they are and how they've engaged. Grades translate scores into language everyone understands, and qualification rules ensure that only the right leads are promoted to sales at the right time. With automated journeys and notifications, qualified leads can trigger immediate, coordinated responses, both to prospects and the salespeople responsible. This removes guesswork, reduces friction between teams, and increases the likelihood that the leads your marketing generates will convert into genuine opportunities. Whether you're looking to implement customer insights or want to get more from your existing deployments, services can help you configure scoring models, qualification rules, and automated workflows that fit your operations. Contact us today to discuss how lead scoring could work for your organization.